unemployment graduates have become the national issues. The government has determined the technical vocational education and training, which known as TVET, as the main route for providing high-skilled human resources toward 2020. Can we believe on the current TVET education system to solve the problem? Polytechnics are one of the TVET institutions in Malaysia. One of the transformation agenda of Polytechnic is to be TVET institution in Malaysia that will produce employable graduates related to the current market demand with emphasis on creativity, innovative, has the required skill and also entrepreneurship abilities. Currently, there are 32 polytechnics which have been divided into 3 categories. The first one is Premier Polytechnics, which is almost the same level with university. Premier Polytechnics conducted study programs in diploma, advanced diploma and degree level. For conventional polytechnic, it opens to all SPM graduates for diploma level only. While for Metro Polytechnics is for working people. Offers part-time courses-based program like business and tourism. As for many years, TVET has been pictured by the public as the institution that provides the required skill for semi-skilled human capital. It is believed that the graduates from TVET have higher employability since they have been trained with practical skills related to the market demand. Physical environment plays an important role in shaping the teaching and learning process. In order to produce a good result, facilities, tools and environment need to be upgraded. We often heard the tagline, do more with less resources. It is good tagline and it's encouraging. Can we believe and realize 100% on the tagline? Let me give you the analogy. You ask your son to go to the night market and buy a chicken, fish, lamb chop and chicken chop. You give him RM5 and told him to buy all the food you mentioned. Can he bring back all the foods? Yes, he can. How? Maybe with RM5, he will buy a pair of chicken leg, a quarter of fish, the sauces for lamb chop and sauces for chicken chop. He succeed buying what you ask, but the question is, did he get the whole things? Therefore, as a TVET institution, Polytechnic should provide the best facilities to promote TVET learning and achieve the objective to provide highly skilled human resources. Besides the physical environment, Polytechnic should have knowledgeable, high-skilled, innovative lecturer in ensuring the quality of learning and teaching process. That's why in Polytechnic, all the lecturers and staff need to attend training at least 10 days per year to improve skills in certain area and gain additional knowledge. In this 21st century, Polytechnics as main TVET institution focus to prepare students for gainful employment. Polytechnic will bring learning which would make people become more productive in designated areas of economy activity and become the key drivers for Malaysia to become high-income nation. TVET is an important educational sector that directly influences the sustainability of society, economy and environment. To promote and inspire learning, TVET aims at developing values, work ethics, lifelong learning skills, occupational knowledge and skills to conduct sustainable practices in the workplace. According to Bloom, 1956, there are 3 important domains of educational objective: cognitive, which deals with the intellect, psychomotor, concerned with physical skill development, and affective domain, which deal with attitudes. The 3 domains should be developed and given equal weightage for youth to become highly skilled human that is needed by the current market. To generate the 3 educational objectives, Polytechnic has applied several methods which are problem-based learning, outcome-based education, and student-centered learning. Outcome-based education, OBE, is an educational theory where each part of an educational system focuses on student achieving the outcome. Student-centered learning, SCL, also known as learner-centered education, broadly encompasses methods of teaching that shift the focus of instruction from the teacher to the student. In the original usage, student-centered learning aims to develop learner autonomy and independence by putting responsibility for the learning path in the hands of students. Problem-based learning, PBL, is one of the student-centered learning process in which students learn and gain experience through solving the given problem. A different approach to improve the learning success and the motivation of students is based on the participatory simulation. A major idea of participatory simulation is the concept of learning through doing. Students participate in active way, analyze information, make decisions, and see the outcome of their actions. This increases the motivation and the learning success improve. Simulation were realized with paper and pencil in the past, but technology advance made a complete new type of simulation possible. Most of the students feels interested to learn mobile application. Why? This is because students can see the actual output on the devices, which is from their own handphone. It keeps them eager to learn because they see the real outcome. That's why learning through simulation with the help of the current technologies help teaching and learning process interesting. Lecturer and staff are also part of the success factor in education system. In order to fit in the current market demand, educators need to transform their style of teaching. In polytechnics, we change from the concept of teacher-centered to student-centered learning. Lecturers now act as a facilitator who helps students to implement new ideas, often by demonstrating a lesson or observing and giving feedback to them. Lecturers also responsible to be the tutor, the resourcer, the prompter who encourage students to participate and make suggestions, and the controller who control what students do, what they say, and how they say it.
Being ready for their careers means not only learning important academic content in the polytechnics, but also know how to collaborate, think critically and creatively, and communicate effectively. We apply blended learning in teaching and learning process. We use an online learning system which is called Curriculum Information Document Online System, CIDOS. Through CIDOS, we have online quizzes, tutorial, forum which give us faster response. With CIDOS, we don't have to wait for the next classes to get the answer. Besides, as polytechnic students, we have been introduced in hands-on project, project-based learning, problem-based tasks which relates on the real situation.
Effective lecturing is more a matter of skills than charisma. The best lecturer can relate new aspects to things students learn. Best lecturer can help students not only how to apply the concept, but also to initiate the new ideas. It is important for lecturer to demonstrate their expert knowledge in the subject, so it can keep student interest up. Learning by demonstration is one of the techniques in outcome-based education, OBE, which have been applied in polytechnic. In OBE, we focus on what students get at the end of the lesson.
Traits that should be developed by students are time and management skills. As a student, we should know how to balance our studies, social life, and extracurricular activities. Discipline in managing the time is an important factor for every good student. Oftentimes, delaying tasks such as writing assignments, reading textbooks, and etc. may negatively impair the ability of a student to achieve the goals. Students should also be self-motivated. As a student, we should not rely 100% on the lectures and peers to show up in class, listen, and complete the homework. We should motivate ourselves to the learning process even though there is certain subject which is not interesting.
In order to achieve the goals in providing skilled human resources, TVET institution has improved its physical environment, technology and tools used in teaching and learning process parallel with current market demand. The courses offered have been reviewed regularly to make sure graduates from TVET institution can work in many areas. The staff and the lecturers have been given continuous training to make sure they are qualified, knowledgeable and have the required skills. Every year, around 33,000 to 35,000 students graduate from polytechnics. Around 76% of the graduate from polytechnics engage to employment within 6 months. Another 24% further studies in higher learning institution within the country or become entrepreneur. Based on the current statistic, employability rate is believed to increase and target to hit 85% towards the year of 2020. TVET can help improve the employment rate. Through innovative teaching and learning, well-equipped physical environment, well-trained lecturers, TVET can produce the highly skilled human capital that can fit in the current market demand and thus become the key drivers of the economy for Malaysia to become high-income nation.